And that's the most beautiful thing we can say in ending tonight. When I've been asked so many times, you really think we can turn this around? And I say absolutely. Absolutely, 100% sure if, as Americans, we step up and act like Americans, understanding that there is no gain without some pain. There is no gain that comes without lack of commitment to priorities. But if we will do that and follow the foundational principles that made this country great and sustained it, and not only sustained it as a great country for itself, but for the rest of the world, the rest of the world will achieve it. And that's why I'm excited to go back. Not just because I was a wrestler and pugilist in high school and college, and I like a good fight at times. But this country is too great a country not to fight for. All of us have to be involved with it. So one more question, then we'll leave.
Well, I think there's too much at risk to not do that.
Yeah. What's our choice, too?
By it. You know, it's easy for them to stand on the sidelines.
And
I
they are.
just recall you, my daughter is 26 now and has a nursing degree, and I just remember in her younger grades, she entered a little art contest she won, and you went down to the school personally gave her.
That was my father. You're not that old? Wow.
Well,
Or your daughter was held back in school for that number of years?
I'm there with you there. I don't forget.
Yeah,
We came to personally gave her her award.
oh, that does go back to the legislature. A quick one.
I just wondered, is there any plans to be like capital gains tax? I think that's a farce. I mean, you know, people that work for their lives and say it's like,
It's repealed now
Is it?
until January.
Well, yeah, just this year. You have to die this year.
Right. That's why Steinbrenner died.
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Why?
I'm
why is
kidding,
it even out
Mark,
there?
kidding.
That's such a farce. You know, parents work so hard to leave a legacy if that's their choice, and then you know they want to get kids or whatever, and they get tax on it.
And you got to sell the farm or the family business in order to pay for it.
What's up with that?
And what they're saying is, wait a second. I mean, just because they earned it doesn't mean the kids deserve it. Well, who's to say that?
Well, exactly.
I sure wish
I wish
I'd have relatives that left it for me.
I wish guys would get rid of that. That should never be.
Well, I agree. You know, I co-sponsored legislation to make permanent Bush tax cuts, which included the ending of capital gains and inheritance death tax.
Yes.
And it's nice to have Mark Schauer as an ally now, saying at least we'll extend it.
In the past,
I don't say no to a police officer.
in the past, you've always been pro-life, and Mr. Schauer supports abortion. You in the past have supported helping organizations that help mothers and their children. Where do you stand this time?
Nothing has changed. That's a non-negotiable. I'm pro-life, and I believe that pro-lifers take care of life as well. That's why I've helped start adoption agencies. That's why I've supported and helped start and continue on shepherding homes for young people, young mothers, and others in difficult situations, and meeting their needs through private sector, charitable, individual choice, responsibilities. That doesn't change anything. I believe that life begins at conception and ends at natural birth or death. And that's not going to change. And Right to Life just endorsed it. Fine.
This can be answered with a yes or no. Do you think that Rob Steele has any chance at all of
Yes.
beating Dingle? Do
Yes.
you?
Yes. I say that because Chairman Dingle was always nice to me, and I appreciated that factor. But he, in his so-called town hall meetings, at least he helped. I think people saw him in a different light, as a person who was decided to run it over them if necessary. And he knew what was best, this. That started their concerns. Also the fact that they are tired of incumbents that have served their entire life. Their entire life. His dad before him, he followed right after his dad. He's been there 54 years now. And people elected it. I don't believe in term limits except by the voters doing it. But they've elected, but right now I think they're saying, we've got a problem. He looks old, he looks decrepit, he's angry, and we might need someone new. Rob Steele, who's a cardiologist, Michigan Heart. Rob Steele is articulate, not only in the healthcare issue, but extremely articulate in the healthcare issue. He's a true conservative. I think he's something that people are looking for, and I think the polls right now are showing him way ahead of anyone of what anyone ever thought he would be. In fact, some polls have shown him neck and neck. So sometimes it's the time you run. Well, folks, Sue is going to stay around a little bit. You can answer all the rest of the questions. We have materials here, and she'll help you with those. If you're not on our weekly email update list, pull that. But if you want to be on our email update list, we send it out generally once per week. So we're not going to flood you with that. We don't sell our lists. If you want to keep up to date on what's going on in our campaign, our policies, find out what the other guys are saying. If you didn't want to watch TV, you can sign up for that. We have materials here. Do we have yard signs?
Yeah, we have a few at the company.
We have a few yard signs.
I have them in my office.
Jeff has them in his office. You can stop there. Get your taxes done at the same time. And pick them up. We'd be glad to have you involved in any way. There are volunteer opportunities, door-to-door phone calling, you name it. Even if you don't like those, you can lick stamps or lick envelopes. Help us mail. Host a meet and greet in your home for your friends, neighbors, family members, church members, whatever group you want to put together. We'd love to try to work that in our schedule so we can meet with them and expand the ideas. So thank you so much, and I look forward to represent you if you get me across the line on November 2nd. Thank you.